Hi guys, welcome you all to my channel Explore Edu to Teach.
The next topic that we'll be learning today is going to be P-N Junction Diode in electronic devices and circuit. There are going to be a series of video lectures which is going to revolve around P-N Junction Diode, in which we talk about the introduction, we talk about the drift and the diffusion, we talk about the current density, we talk about the barrier potential, the depletion region, the capacitance, the depletion region width, the electric field, and some questions which are asked in gate examination to be solved. So you have to understand the concept of a P-N junction diode very well and all the related terminologies very well. If you understand this concept very well, it's going to be easy for you to solve the numericals on it. So it's very important to understand the terminology very well, the concept very well, before we start going on to the numericals. So let's begin up with a P-N junction diode. So when a P type of semiconductor is joined with a N type of semiconductor, we get a P-N junction diode. So if you see over here, when a P type of semiconductor is joined with a N type of semiconductor, the resultant diode is a P-N junction diode. So what happens is, at the junction, the holes from P side diffuse over to the N side. So if you see, we have a P type of semiconductor and you have a N type of semiconductor. So since it's a P type of semiconductor, the majority charge carriers are holes, and in the N type of semiconductor, the majority charge carriers are electrons. So at the junction, holes from P side diffuse over to N side. So the holes which are there on the P side basically diffuse towards the N side, and the electrons from the N side diffuse towards the P side. So the electrons which are there on the N side basically diffuse towards the P side. So that's a P-N junction diode, in which we have holes on the P side, we have electrons on the N side. So the holes from the P side moves towards the move towards the N side, and the electrons on the N side move towards the P side. Thus, negative charge is formed on the P side and a positive charge is formed on the N side. So if you see, when the holes from the P side move towards the N side, negative charge is formed over here because the holes are moving from P side to N side. Similarly, when the electrons move from the N side towards the P side, there are some positive ions which are formed over here. Because this region gets depleted of your negative charge, you get positive charge over here. So if you have to just describe the P-N junction diode as mentioned over here, a P type of semiconductor when joined with a N type of semiconductor gives a P-N junction diode. Now the holes from the P side move towards the N side and the electrons from the N side move towards the P side. So you get the negative ions over here and the positive ions over here. Hence the created charges soon prevent further diffusion. So what happens is that the charges which are there formed over here, the negative charge and the positive charge, they become up to such an extent that the diffusion, that is the holes towards the N and the electrons towards the P, stops happening, and we have only the negative charge over here and the positive charge over here. So the created charges soon prevent the further diffusion, since positive charge on the N side prevents hole crossing the junction and negative charge on the P side prevents the electron crossing junction. So this barrier which is being formed, which prevents the holes moving from P to N and the electrons moving from N to P, is called as the barrier potential, and the region which is formed is called as the depletion region. So I hope I am very clear with this. We have the P type of semiconductor, we have the N type of semiconductor. When they both are joined together, we have the negative ions. You have the holes coming here, you have the electrons coming here. So there are negative ions formed over here, there are positive ions formed over here. But because of this ion formation over here, after a particular period of time, the holes which are going from P side to N side stops and the electron which are going from n side to p side stops. Hence there is a barrier which is formed. This is called as the barrier potential, and the region over here is called as the depletion region. I hope I am very clear with this. So let us try to understand this diagram very well. We have the p type, the holes, the n type, the electrons. We have the ions over here. This is called as the barrier potential. This is a depletion region. So this is what it is. So I hope I am very clear with this. If you like this particular video, do not forget to like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also, these notes are uploaded on in the description box of this video. Also, there is an Instagram page which whose link is given down in the description box. That particular Instagram link has all the formula sheets, diagram sheets, which is going to be very helpful for you for your quick revision. So please check out my Instagram page as well, and if you like it, do not forget me to follow over there as well. So thank you so much guys. God bless.